think this is all working. Yeah, I'm going to just continue like it's working. Hello, so I'm going to start a live stream thing, and for this one I thought I would just get everything set up. I've recently switched from NetBSD to Linux, just to make it a little easier to do the streaming and stuff like that. So I thought I would just show you how I get a Linux system set up. So I've installed XFCE, I think it's called. It's kind of a lightweight Linux distribution. It took a little bit of work to get the streaming software all working on it, which I think I will probably do. Is this actually the bottom here? It's kind of cut off. Let's make this a little smaller. There we go. I'll probably do a video on that at some point. But for now, I'm running Arch Linux. So there's just some tools that I always use. Vim, Tmux, Get, Lua, of course, which is what Civboot main language is. And I think that probably should cover it. Password. Oh, that didn't work. Oh. There we go. Sorry. Pac-Man. Oh, also Z shell. Eventually, what we're trying to do is make a new shell that just uses Lua, but for now I still use Z shell for everything. So now that I have those, let me go to GitHub here. I will put that over here. Oh, I misspelled it or something. So this is my personal dot files. If you use Linux or any kind of text-based configuration related thing, I highly recommend dot files. They're great. Just keeping all of your dot files that you have in. So for me, I have an installation script in my dot files. I'm just going to run this. So this is just me setting up my own system. You will set up your own system your own way. This is not necessary to set up for Civboot. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to wget. I'm going to make their temp. I already have a temp. Wget my own installation script. And I'm going to take this off the screen when I run it because it's going to generate a private security key. That didn't work at all. Does wget not work? wget worked for that. We're going to go curl instead. Maybe it's wget and you have to tell it. This is embarrassing. Oh, it's because it's not the raw one. It's installing the HTML. Wget, so wget the raw one. It's still, I guess I'm just going to copy paste it. Anyway, so I'm going to run it. It's going to generate a private key for me, and then you go over to GitHub settings SSH, and again I'm going to take this off the screen, sorry. I have to look up my own password. Make sure that this is actually not on, I'm not broadcasting this. Okay. Yeah, I guess I couldn't be because of the way that is. But that would be pretty embarrassing. Let me see here. Sorry, this is probably not what you want to see. Okay. It wants me to do a two-factor authentication. I promise I'll get it back on the screen soon. This just has a bunch of security stuff that I can't show. 167 right, don't share that. Okay. A new SSH key. Oh. Okay, so you just copy paste an SSH key and add SSH key. Okay. Yes. All right, I've successfully authenticated. So I'm going to just close this terminal and start a new terminal so that I don't accidentally share my SSH key. We're sitting at 41% processing speed. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. That was a lot of rigmarole. All right, so now I'm going to get the rest of my desktop set up. So I have, okay, apparently that didn't actually download my dot files. That's annoying. So I have to download my dot files. I think that used to be in my install script and I took it out. Git clone. So I keep my dot files in my home dot files. Seems like the right thing to do. And again, I just go in here. I installed the general one, which kind of installed GitHub for me. And I'm going to do link all, which just creates all of these dot files. It does a soft link to them to this directory. And then I'm going to do install vim. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install OMIZ shell. Oh, let's get this back on the screen here. So I like OMIZ shell. It's pretty good. You just need to copy paste this possibly insecure thing, but you know, it's one of those things. No, I don't want to overwrite it. Sure, set my. Quit and do nothing. I should have a Z shell RC. That's weird. I don't know what. Oh, apparently I'm in. Oh, I was in the. Okay. Alright, I'm not sure what just happened. Sorry. Oh, I was in the desktop? I've never used XFC, so I apologize that I'm confused here. Apparently, Okay, I'm just going to remove it. I'm going to clone it again. There it is. Okay. Link all. Okay, those all exist already. Oh, okay, there it is. I don't know what happened before. All right, so we should have Vim installed, and we should have zshellrc installed. So I should be able to run zshell. Okay. Here. I think zshell is now my default terminal. Apparently not. I don't know why this is being so painful here. Good. Okay. That's not working. Tnew fun. It's still not starting zshell automatically. I'm not sure why it's not starting zshell automatically. I'll have to figure that out off stream. All right. So anyway, this is kind of my default workstation. Let's make this bigger. Supposedly I can just hit Control Plus. Apparently I need to be outside of tmux. Oh, I'm not running Alacrity. Let's switch to Alacrity, which I prefer. Let's make it bigger so everyone can see. That might be a little too big. All right. So Tnew fun. All right, here we go. All right, so this is tmux. This lets you open multiple terminals, control them with command lines. I highly recommend it. We are going to download and install Civboot. So it is as simple as, let's start. Oh no, I already have a terminal or a browser here. You go to github.com, Civboot, civlua, or you can just go to lua.civboot.org. Either one's fine. Lua.civboot.org is the documentation. Of course it can't be reached. There it goes. I don't know why I did that. And this has this link to the repo here as well. But so this is civlua. This is the main repository currently of source code. Eventually we will have our own source code hosting service. But for now, we use GitHub. So we will clone it. And then we have Lua 5.4. We're going to change into civlua. So let's actually follow the documentation here. Go to lua.civboot.org. It has the installations instructions right here, and it says you make build with Lua version equals to Lua 5. Or whatever your version is. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to do a make test, which will build as well. And we're going to do 5.4 because we're running 5.4. So we're going to do that. So that built the C code and it ran the tests. And actually I was in the middle of working on Ellie. So we're going to do get checkout Ellie, which is a branch. I was working on Ellie in the tab mode. I implemented tab. I was working on implementing repeat actually. So, so I have a few aliases found, or aliases. I've aliased comma to civ, which is aliased to calling Lua, and then civ.lua. And this script is basically the entrance script for all of Civboot. So comma will call civ, and then if I do comma ele, that'll open up my ele editor, which apparently doesn't like it if I don't have a file. So we're going to do the file as command ele bindings. Okay, so this is the ele editor. One thing this doesn't currently have is the ability to close windows. So I can open two windows, but I can't close them currently. So let's implement that right now, and then I think we will end this stream for now. So, and the other main thing you might be noticing we're missing is syntax highlighting, which I want to implement very soon. But before I can implement syntax highlighting, I do want to implement closing windows. And we may jump in between ele and vim. Ele is very similar to vim, but it is not vim. So window close, close, close. So I do have an m.close, but I don't have it tied to anything yet. Really? Close. Or it's not closed. Okay. You know what? I think I had this implemented, and then I did have it implemented. I forgot to in a different branch that I forgot to. So we're going to rename this window close. That's how you save. Let's just make sure we're actually. Yep, we've actually made a change there. This is a very early editor. So I just want to make sure I'm actually changing the file. And then let's look for window right. I think it's G, yeah, G those. Okay. And we're going to add GC is going to be window close for us. These are kind of ele specific editors. In Vim, you would do colon close or colon quit, I think. ele is a little different. We'll talk about the architecture of ele sometime in the future. So this is going to be window close. We're going to save that. We're going to make sure it's saved. I really got to install less. Let's see here. Arch Linux does not have less installed by default, and I do not understand why. Arch Linux install less. I want it to install all of these basic utilities. Okay, I don't know. Sudo pacman -s, I guess. Yes. All right. And I actually get diff color equals always, and then I had this command and I forgot to add it to my alias. Less with color X R. Okay, so yeah, that's, I'm going to add that to my alias right now, actually. GD will give me the list of, that didn't work though. Oh, I forgot to do. I forgot to actually install my plugins here. In Vim. Alright. I have it twice for some reason. Huh. What was that other one? think those are like my old ones and I accidentally overrid them. That's funny. Sometimes your alias file can just kind of grow out of control here. Alias. Okay, so that's good. All right. So again, I think I forgot to save it actually. Okay, so now it's at GC window closed. So if I quit Ellie and I jump over here and I say GC, it doesn't work. All right. So let's see if there's any logs. Okay, first of all, I want to enable logs. We'll do info. It's not working. So I put the logs at temp le.error. All right. From not found in split. All right, so we have a failure, le session Lua. Okay, so we're gonna go into le session Lua. It's really annoying that I can't close things. It was line 84, which is right here. And you can see the lines are down here. This is the 0th line, and then it shows relative line numbers on the left. So again, what was the error? From not found in split on line 84. Actions.window. It's actually, the error is actually down here. Actions 579 was the real place. All right, 579. The other thing we could do is just write a unit test. What is this error? Oh, it's in types, line 42. Sorry. Types, line 42. So I have log. Let's require format. I have a useful utility called format, which has several utilities in it, one of which is assert F. It helps you format things, basically. I don't have the go back yet. Where was it? From not found in split. Let's do this. Huh. That was weird. Okay. So there's a few things missing. I just tried to do some standard vim commands to delete that and it didn't work. So I think the X key isn't working and the R key isn't working. So I'll have to fix those. So that will hopefully improve things. That'll show us the index now. So let's save and quit. And we are going to, all right, so now it should say %Q not found in split. That doesn't help. Oh, it's not in bindings. Why did I open bindings? It's in types. Oh, I forgot to use assert F. All right. That was bad. All right, this is proving to be a more difficult bug than I realized. All right, so what we're going to do instead is we're going to just close out LE and we're going to use Vim. So let's put Vim over here, its own little thing, its own terminal. Okay. I really got to get Z shell working again. All right, and we're gonna Vim command Civlua, or LE, sorry, test. Test. Oh, where's the best place for this? You know, sessions probably. I think I have a split screen in the sessions. I don't have a G. I definitely have it. So in my test sessions, I can test that I basically do anything that you can do in the editor. Search buff overlay. Do I not have a split? This one's a split test. Split 1, split 2. Okay, so right here I have a test, and the test that it equals split 2 after some stuff. So it equals, let's make this a little smaller so we can actually have room to see everything. I mean, this is basically the functionality we want right here. So after I split 2, the window looks like this. This is like kind of a compressed form. So we're reading a small Lua file for test, and it's split on the left and right. This doesn't have coloring, so it's kind of harder to see it, but that's what the raw data should show. And which one is the primary? Split equals add.view and add.display. Yeah. GL, oh, capital L, that's why. So it moved over to, and then it goes down and it finds M. So it's not doing, that's not really doing anything. So we're gonna, but it should be on the right side. So we're gonna G close, and basically we're gonna expect it to look like small after that. So we're gonna expect it to be command mode and small. These are kind of confusingly named, but it's just for making things. And then we're going to make test. We're going to do log level equals info. We're also going to do a test equals command LE test. And all that's going to do is it's going to tell our test harness to run test session first. Okay. And I didn't expect it to actually look 100% the same, but you can see that it didn't actually close anything. So the test is working in that it's detecting that SC small didn't actually work. There is probably an error happening that's being swallowed. I think it's this one. We don't expect this to cause any errors. Sometimes you might expect things to cause errors. In this case, we don't expect anything to be errored. So let's see what that error is. Let's clear our terminal before we run each test. Okay, so we're saying, hey, we didn't expect this to be failing, and what it's doing instead is it's dumping this giant blob of text. And where is it dumping that giant blob of text? It's dumping it in types.lua line 44. All right, command LE types.lua line 44, which is exactly what's here. As you can see, we should not be formatting this to a straight, to -q. %q makes it use the formatting of the full table formatting, which was causing problems. Okay, so now we format it to edit ID equals 10. The first thing I want to do here is I do not want edit to be dumping out that much text. So we're going to fix that. Edit. Okay, I did a toString override here. I'm going to override the Civboot format, which is going to take in an F, and I am going to say F string here. This isn't going to be small anymore. ID equals equals that. Number. And what this is going to give us is going to give us some no, we're just going to write, sorry. And then we're going to write. It's going to give us, this number is going to be colored, is all this is going to do. We're just going to put this up here. All right. So now we can switch this back to %Q. Type. And we're just going to get a nicer error message. So you can see, oh, well, it didn't color it in this case. But if we did print it, if we did format it, this 10 would be colored. I guess I'm not doing the formatter on the errors right now. So anyway, this says we failed the event, edit ID 10 was not found in the split. Okay. We will fix this. Let me see if I can just fix this one bug, and then I will stop this stream. ID 10 was not found in the split. All right. What's calling this? So we have just a few basic things of LE architecture. We have our bindings here. We are calling window close. What that means is it's this event, action equals window, close equals true. All this does is it looks inside of the le.actions, which happens to just be this module, for window, which is this, and it passes that event that we did in. That calls this. What is going on here? I don't know how this happened. Yeah, those are just some blank lines. I don't know what that was. Move H. I don't know. Fix me. I don't know what that is. All right. So anyway, if it's got close, then it calls container.remove E, and then it calls E close. And you can see that in here, and we failed at line in actions, line 579. Oh, I'll have to rerun it because I just removed those lines. So we failed at line 573. Which is here. So let's go up here. 573, which went into types at line 44. So we're in vsplit.remove. Index of v. Here is our problem. This it expects the container to to know how to handle it, even if it's in a sub one. Now in this case, I would have expected it to be inside of that container because there's only one container deep. All right, we actually are going to end it right here. Thank you so much for listening. I will fix this in the future, or hopefully give you an update on how it was fixed. But this has been a setting up of the Civboot stack and just a small coding debugging session. I'm getting tired, so it's time for bed for me. Thank you.